I think we're on.
And there we go. Hi, everybody. I'm Anthony Pascal alongside the voice of 2/3 of the Triple Crown, Larry Colmus.
66.6,
Yeah,
they call me.
exactly. It's good to be back here at Del Mar. We are on the Del Mar Handicapping live show, and we are going to go over a couple of the races that you'll see live on FanDuel TV a little later. Larry, we're going to go over two races, one of them crucial to today's card because it is part of both pick fives, the early and the late. And that is today's fourth race. But hey, it's another beautiful day here in Del Mar. We are on the turf, of course. Temperatures in the upper 70s, so a great evening for racing as we have this late post time today.
Yeah, something to look forward to for sure. Not only the weather, but great racing. And the fourth race on the program we're going to get to first. It is going to be 1 mile over the main track, maiden special weight for 3-year-olds and up, fillies and mares. And in this race, I thought it was kind of a wide open group in here.
It's a good race.
Opinions.
It's a good race because, I mean, you have two Bob Baffert maidens who are not going to go off the favorite. So how often do you see that in maiden special weight races at Del Mar where you have two Bob Bafferts that probably won't go off anywhere near the favorite? There's a couple of really nice pedigrees in here. You have a huge drop down. So let's start with the horse that I like, and that is the 8 Normandy Queen for Mark Glatt. So hard to go against Mark Glatt during the Del Mar meet. He fires here at Del Mar. He's 4 for 27 so far this meet. Mike Smith is going to ride Normandy Queen, and this is her last race, her first race back on June 15th, and she's going to finish third here to a horse named Hope Road. Hope Road ran an 84 Beyer speed figure in this race. Now, the key for me here with Normandy Queen, Larry, is that was 6 furlongs.
Right.
Normandy Queen is by Omaha Beach and out of a Tappet Dam.
Yeah.
That screams distance on both sides. So I think the distance will be a friend of Normandy Queen. She did get a really nice thoroughgraph figure first time out. Second time out, I think this horse vastly improves, and I think she's the horse to beat.
Okay. Well, I like the horse right next to her in the starting gate. That's the 9 Vibes, who we're going to be talking about next, who last time out at Los Alamitos ran on dirt for the first time. She had been running on turf. She improved drastically in her dirt debut. This was 6.5 furlongs, much like Normandy Queen coming out of a sprint race. She ends up making the lead in the middle of the stretch in this race, and she ends up getting passed. The pace was electric early on in here. They went 21-1, 43-3, and of course she's going to get a little bit tired because she was just behind that pace. She gets run down late in the stretch. Her breeding, distance as well, collected out of a Colonel John mare. I think she'll improve in her second start over the dirt. And so I think we have something going with two similar horses. Yours 5-2, mine 7-2.
That was a crazy fast pace last time out at Los Al. 43.69 for the half. Wow. And I agree with you. Vibes is bred to go long. And, I don't think you could look at this horse as a true, 4-time loser because 3 of those races were on the turf, only one of them on the dirt, which she'll run today. So I think you could certainly make the case for Vibes. But there's a few others in here that I thought were interesting too. What do you do with the 1 Mizzy Ann for Mike McCarthy? This horse has run twice. They were both stakes races in Dubai. This is the UAE Oaks, a grade 3. And Mizzy Ann is going to finish second in this race. And she lost to Manama Gold, who came to the U.S. and wound up finishing second in a listed stakes race for Todd Pletcher.
So when I started looking at this race, she's the first one you get to. She's the one. I'm like, this is a maiden race, right?
Yeah.
Because this horse has not run against maidens before. She ran against winners twice in Dubai. She was second for the top trainer there in Doug Watson in that race. You've got to think that she's going to be really tough in this field. She's by Justified. Distance should not be a problem. She's already been 1 mile and 3/16. She draws the rail in here. I don't know if we're going to get 5-1. I thought Victor Espinoza was an interesting choice,
Right?
for jockey
I
here,
thought as
because
well.
he doesn't ride that often for Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, we'll see what we get from Mizzy Ann today at 5-1 on the morning line. I don't think, though, first time in North America. I don't have the number in front of me, but Michael, I guess I could look it up right now. Michael McCarthy, first time in North America. It wasn't a very impressive statistic.
No, it's not a big number. In Formulator, it's here as 0 for 8.
Okay.
In the last 2 years.
Yeah.
So it's not one of the things he does best. First time with trainer, again, not one of the things he does best either. So maybe he likes to get to know his horses a little bit. So we'll see what Mizzy Ann can do. You mentioned before that Bob Baffert's got 2 in here. And
Yeah.
Hymnal being one of those. And I think we've got her last race as well. That was a race at Santa Anita in which she was second in a maiden special weight there. And she ran all right in this race. And I just don't think that she's quite as good as these other horses numbers wise.
I mean, she's had 3 chances, and for the Bob Baffert barn, that's like an eternity.
Right.
Usually, if they don't break their maiden by their 3rd race, they're probably not very good, and I don't know how much longer they'll be in the Bob Baffert barn. But this horse finished second. It was even money that day. He lost by 6 lengths last time out. Hymnal. The speed figures just don't match up to the faster horses in this race, so I'm going to be against both Bob Baffert.
She was 8-1 in her debut, despite being trained by Bob Baffert. Of course, that was a turf race. So that could be part of that. And the other Baffert horse, Well Funded, was 3-5 in her debut. She's run 3 times. She's still a maiden.
I'm going to give you a horse that I think could fill out either the Tri or Super in that race, and I think is going to be a big price. The 6 Tahiti Edie for John Sheriffs.
Okay.
Always Dreaming, the sire, a Curlin Dam. This horse is bred all for distance. And last time out ran 6 furlongs and nowhere near far enough. And when John Sheriffs stretches them out, he's 26% going sprint to route in maiden races. So
big number.
This is what John Sheriffs does really well. He already has 2 wins out of 7 starts this meet. I think Tahiti Edie at a big price is going to outrun her odds, and I think she should be able to either hit the Tri or Super. I'm going to be playing her underneath.
Okay, Vibes for me, Normandy Queen for you, and watch out for the Sheriff stretch out.
Yeah. All right, let's go over our stakes race of the day. That is the 6th race. It is the Real Good Deal for $150,000. These are 3-year-olds. They are going to go 7 furlongs. We've got a big field in here of 13, I believe.
Yes,
and
with a scratch.
There is a scratch.
Or so. I think there's 1 scratch in here. Correct, the 10. So it's a 12-horse field, but still a really good group.
All right, so the horse to beat is Shady Tiger. Shady Tiger looking for 5 wins in a row. This 3-year-old by Smiling Tiger has done nothing wrong in her 5 races. She's won 4 and finished second, and they were both on turf and dirt. This was back on April the 6th, her last dirt race, when she won the Echo Eddie by 5 lengths. She beat a horse named Stay on the Fence, who's also in this race today. But Larry, you're going to get a short price on the 13 Shady Tiger. And yes, he's been very impressive. That's a tough post position, isn't it?
It's a really tough post position, but with 7 furlongs, you've got a lot of time to get over. You got JJ Hernandez up, who's riding really well, of course.
Just doesn't have a ton of speed.
No, which might be a good thing.
Yeah.
Might be a good thing to be able to tuck in and get position in there, not committed to have to go to the front. I think he's by far the best horse in the race. I think there's only one other horse that could compete with him in this race, and that's the one horse on the inside in Pure Madness.
Here's the only thing I'll say. In a race like this, when you have these young horses who don't have many starts, they can improve by leaps and bounds from start to start. And there are a couple horses in here who I thought were going to be long shots, and I wouldn't be surprised if one of them jumped up. And I just don't know if in a big field like this, if I want to take a short price. In my multis, I think you have to include Shady Tiger, but I just don't know if I want to take a short price on a horse in a race where you have some horses that are inexperienced and can really move up.
That was Pure Madness winning his only lifetime start. He went off at 17-1 in that race at Santa Anita.
Yeah, but that was on the turf.
And now he's going to try dirt for the first time. And I think that the horse will be okay, but we'll see. So there's others out there you think that...
Well, Pure Madness, I mean, the sire's all turf. The dam breeding suggests dirt should be just fine.
Right.
But I don't like that inside post with all those horses to the outside going 7 furlongs. I'd probably take a stand against Pure Madness at a short price. And we just don't know how good this horse is on the dirt. I mean, you're not supposed to take a short price on a horse doing something for the first time, and this horse is running on the dirt.
Yeah, I think it'll be a clear second choice.
Yeah.
I think the favorite Shady Tiger will be a very strong favorite. Shady Tiger, by the way, by the sire Smiling Tiger, who just lost a couple of days ago, just passed away. Been a terrific sire in California, and will be missed for sure. And Shady Tiger, so far so good for this horse.
Want to show you the replay of Donnie the Cairo's race here at Santa Anita. This is this is at Los Al back on June the 29th. This was an allowance race, and Donnie the Cairo won that day, earned a 73 buyer speed figure, but that was going 1,000.
Yeah, this is at night at Los Alamitos. This is during the quarter horse part of the program. So this horse is super fast, able to clear the competition going 1,000 yards at Los Al. So I would anticipate Donnie the Cairo to be a major speed player in there.
I thought the 6 Curlin's Chaos was a little interesting. The blinkers go on today. The horse has been running a distance of ground, is going to cut back today. And I actually like that for this Son of Clubhouse ride. I think if they mix it up early and there's a good amount of speed in this race, I think Curlin's Chaos is going to be one of the horses that is coming. And I also gave a shot to the 12 Capo Luigi. That was a nice win at Santa Anita last time out, going from synthetic to dirt. That was his 3-year-old debut, and we see horses make drastic improvements sometimes from 2 to 3. And I think Capo Luigi, if he can run back to that race last time out, I think that race last time puts him right in this. So I'm going to be interested in playing Capo Luigi. Maybe not to beat Shady Tiger, but I think this is a horse who definitely can complete the trifecta.
Shady Tiger is going to be a heavy favorite, I think, in this race. So if you have anybody else, you're going to get some value.
All right, is that your single of the day then?
No, I do have a single on the card. We're I think it's in race number 5 today. I'm going to single the 5-horse Certitude in there. That's going to be my key to both pick 5s early and late. Race 5, number 5.
This was not an easy card. I thought there were some opportunities. You're going to have some heavy favorites in some races, but there were some races as well where I think there are some live long shots, and you are going to see it all in about 78 minutes. That's how long we have to go until our first race here at Del Mar on this Friday.
Absolutely. Everybody have a really good time. Pick some winners out there, and hopefully it'll be a great late card here at Del Mar. And, of course, we've got racing coming up this weekend, the Clement Hirsch tomorrow. Looking forward to that.
Good one,
Yeah, it's going to be a great race. So have fun, everybody.
We'll see you